Hi guys!
Hello!
Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be giving you the top 5 back to school hacks that we think will set you on a successful path either in high school or university.
We get a good number of emails from a lot of you out there asking us questions how to succeed in high school or university. So we thought, since in many countries at least, soon the school year starts again or university semester start again, we thought we'll share with you our top 5 back to school hacks that we at least believe helped us to succeed when we started or restarted a university and high school again.
The first tip is always your mindset. During the summer holidays, a lot of us are fortunate to travel to a different country, to have a holiday with our family, with our friends, and we're in a different bubble because the sun is shining, we're laying on the beach, and as the summer draws to an end and school year starts, it's very difficult to get back in a back to school mindset of studying, planning, going to school, coming back, doing your homework, writing a paper, all that. It's really difficult. So my advice will be to at least come back from whatever holiday that you've gone to at least 1 week before school starts, to get into a normal routine. Secondly would be to get used to waking up early. So I mean,
especially for
generally speaking, school, whether high school or university, lectures do start around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Getting back from our holidays and getting into that routine of waking up early is definitely gonna set you on the right track for when school eventually starts. Also, I would advise to set at least 1 to 2 hours a day to start preparing. Like if you set that time aside to do something school related, I think that would definitely get you off to a great start.
The second tip is to actually start with preparations early when it comes to reading up on material or course books, etc. Now for high school, you'll probably be given a list up front. Try to really get those books in advance so you can actually sit down and skim through them. Don't, go through every single topic and everything. That's impossible and also not advisable. But maybe just go through the main topics, so you get an idea at least on what the course is all about throughout the year. If you're in university or you're starting a university in September, first of all, congrats. But secondly, universities always provide you with a reading list up front for the entire semester most of the time, at least in our cases. So you can literally, again, go through each individual module you have and at least maybe pick one, even if it's just one, of the reading materials per course. Start reading up on the materials so you can get your mind ready for the course.
The third tip is getting all of your materials ready. And by that I mean, for example, uniforms. If you're in high school and you're in the high school where you're required to wear a certain uniform, you have to make sure that you have everything ready before school starts. Not everyone would require a new set of uniform, but for example, you might need to clear out your wardrobe from all of your summer stuff and make sure that you have all of your uniforms very handy and visible and easy to reach. The other thing that I find very important and which got me really excited in uni was getting your stationery ready. For me, it was a given. I had to buy new folders every semester. Like, I don't care if I had folders before, but for me, this was the start of a new semester, a new mindset, new courses. Definitely enjoyed going to any bookstores, any stationery stores, getting really colorful folders and highlighters. That definitely helped me study. Anything really that's going to help you with studying and planning, make sure that's ready before the school year starts.
The fourth tip is to decide early on the structure of how you want to learn and also how you want to collect your material. So back in high school, many years ago, I actually used the very old-fashioned big folder. And what I did at the time was I decided to split all the material within that folder, collected all my class notes, reading materials and whatnot within one big folder. So I always carried around that one folder, but at least I had all the material together. Nowadays, of course, and even in a university, when we're in university, everything is online nowadays. So all the reading materials online, and most of your notes you will probably be taking on your laptop, your iPad or your phone. So what I would probably recommend, and what I did at the time, I use Google Drive as a nice sort of storage place that is online. Most of the space you need is for free as well. Just decide on the structure that you would like to put in place there that you can obviously work best with. I obviously did it quite straightforward and simple. What I did, I structured by module, of course, by course. And then I actually also put in a structure by week. so that for every course I did, for every week, I had the reading materials that we were supposed to be reading. I downloaded them and then uploaded them on Drive. And also I took all my notes on Drive and then saved each of those notes respectively for the week.
And personally, when I was in med school, I collected all of this material on my iPad.
Right.
So, as David mentioned earlier, we wouldn't know upfront what courses we had to do that semester.
Yeah.
So I would create different folders, download and name all of the different folders based on the module. Whether online or offline, I had access to my material.
Exactly.
If there was a delay in a lecture or I got to the lecture theatre earlier than the lecturer, I would have access to this material, do a little bit of studying before we start. So it's definitely very handy to have everything pre-organized. So the last tip, the 5th tip that we have for you today is setting goals for yourself. And by this I mean both academic and non-academic goals. So let's just start with academic goals, because that's the most important reason that you're in school. Think about subjects that were your weakest the semester before. Consciously make an effort to put more time into studying, into looking for extra help. Decide what lecturers are the best to go for extra tutorials. In addition, find study buddies. You would know the group of people in your college or high school who have the desire to succeed academically. If you previously didn't have any study group, now that you're starting a new semester, now is the time to keep your eyes open for the students that you know have a desire to succeed. You often can spot them in class. Like, you know the ones who are there for learning, and you know the ones who are there just to have fun, and you know the ones who are there to create a very good balance. And those are my type of people. My advice will be to separate your social group from people that you study with. I'm not saying don't be friendly with everyone, but oftentimes if you have a group of people that you go partying with and you travel with and you talk about all of the latest gossips and hacks on social media, it's really difficult to change that mindset when it comes to studying. So my advice would be ideally to separate that crowd.
And also think about if, for example, you have a good idea of what you want to do after school or after university, if you have a good idea about your career, and you know certain subjects of course are quite important in that career, whether you're already good in those or not. But that obviously is also a good point right now for you to already make a decision that, look, I know I want to become X, Y, or Z, and I know this particular subject or these two subjects are important for that career. So really, maybe this year now, going forward, I really put a lot of emphasis and effort into that particular subject.
When it comes to your non-academic goals, I'm talking about building your CV. This is the time to take up extracurricular activities, things that are gonna make your CV strong. David had talked about focusing on particular subjects if you have an idea of what career path that you want to go in. So let's talk about medicine, for example. If you're in high school, you know that you have to focus on chemistry and whatnot. But in addition, to apply to med school, they need to know that you are well-rounded. They need to know that you can manage a society. You've attended some conferences or workshops. So focusing on those extracurricular activities is equally as important. A personal experience for me was being the president of the Yoga Society. Why is that funny?
I still think it's funny.
No, because otherwise I wouldn't have pictured myself as, you know, being a president of the Yoga Society. But I wanted that opportunity to learn how to lead an organization, to be able to, you know, take control and take charge of something and to be able to do it right. So all of the experiences that I gathered from there helped me in my personal development. But in addition, I could put that on my CV that I was the president of this Yoga Society, which in turn strengthened my application for medical school. So it's a win-win situation where you seek out these opportunities, learn from all of the experience, and be able to strengthen your CV as well.
And this doesn't just go for societies at universities. Even if you're in high school, you know, it's even about if you joined a sports team last year, you're planning on joining a sports team. Think about some leadership roles. Maybe you want to become the captain next year, or you want to take over the treasury of certain sports teams. You know, anything basically where you can learn something new, some new skills. I mean, these are things that, you know, any company or any profession I think is looking for, in addition to the basic qualifications that they require anyway. They want people that are enthusiastic, engaged in things, that are really, you know, driving projects, for example. So if you can show that from an early age on, so in high school, starting in high school, it shows that you're driven, that you're engaged, that you're motivated. So these are the things really I think that would be important to set yourself some goals around that you want to achieve in the coming year. And actually, I have one extra tip, one special bonus tip. Most importantly, after everything, it's important to have fun. And I know this might be a little bit annoying to hear from somebody who doesn't have to go to school anymore or university, but honestly, trust me, if you keep a positive mindset, okay, understand that you're doing this for a reason, A, B, that it's temporary.
So these are the top 5 hacks, plus David's bonus hack that would definitely set you on a successful path as you go back to school, high school or college. We wish you all the best with this academic year.
Good luck.
Good luck, and see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
No, we are real as can be.
Long time we haven't done a sit down, huh? I missed it a little bit. Just a little bit.
You miss being on camera with me.
With you together forever. Okay. Ready?
No, we